Numbers. Whether it's your bank account, the calories in that snack, or the number of likes on your last post, we can't help but love them. They give us a sense of progress, a feeling of, I'm getting somewhere. And it's no different here on YouTube, especially on a platform where long form content takes real effort and time to create. Now, while numbers may not be the most important thing, because hey, creating content you're proud of always comes first. We still want eyes and ears peeled for what we've worked hard to make, right? So, in this video, I'm going to share how I doubled my YouTube numbers in just 6 months. It hasn't been a magic formula, but more of a combination of strategies that have actually worked with realistic results. So if you're looking to grow your channel without fluff, stick around. I've got some tips that just might help you out. Hello, my favorite crop of internet people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Long time no sit down video. Hi, welcome. My name is Martha Ehinome Orere, and I want to first off start off by apologizing. Why is she apologizing, you ask? Well, because I feel like I should have made this YouTube video a long time ago. Not too long, but like a while ago, because we hit 20k subscribers a number of weeks ago, but I had been procrastinating making this particular video. But yeah, here we are now. Never, how did I say it again? But better late than never. Yeah, better late than never. So we're making this video. We're currently at, as at the time I'm making this video, we are a few numbers away from 23,000 subscribers. In March or April, I put out a video where I was celebrating 10,000 subscribers. So in about half a year, I have doubled my numbers. And yeah, I am very grateful for that. And with the new crop of information I believe I know and has helped my channel grow, I felt inspired to make this video, to help other YouTubers like myself. Yeah, because information is king, and they say content is king, right? Well, whatever you want to be king is king. And as of now, information is king, okay? And before I start talking, I want to say that, yes, I do know that I am an actor and I am known for being an actor, but that can only get you so far, right? If you've been on my channel for a while, or if you just browse through my content, you would know that I am not riding off of the fact that, some people probably know me from projects and whatnot. I just wanted to give that disclaimer because we Nigerians can be very cynical or very like, you know what I mean? Side comments like, oh, this one we don't already know him before. She can't form like say, nah, her effort they give and subscribers or something. No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah. Anyway, just putting that out there. So the first thing that I want to mention as something that has really helped me in growing my channel is consistency. Consistency pays off. Showing up pays off. In the vlog where I was celebrating my Tubiversary, that's my YouTube anniversary, I mentioned how every day since I started my Living Alone diaries, every day since April, not every day, sorry, every weekend since April, I have unfailingly dropped a video, a vlog. And there are other times in between the week where I've also dropped videos. There's sometimes, a few times, but there's sometimes still where I've dropped 3 videos in a week, right? So the least I have done is 1 video every week in the past 6 months and counting. Yeah. Consistency is so important because you're always on the mind of your subscribers. It's like, oh, this person, you keep going back and going back. There are a few times, or there are a few times where I'm like, God, I'm so tired. I don't feel like making a video, or I don't feel like editing what I filmed, right? But I'm just like, I just say, you know what, just do it. Do it. Just post the video. And then, for instance, there was a vlog where I talked about recovery, where I had fallen ill, and I was like, I don't know that I have it in me to put out a vlog this week. But I just filmed like a day in the life, cleaning up my apartment, recovering, and basically put a voiceover where I was talking about recovering and living alone by yourself and whatnot, whatnot. And I mean, the video didn't do so well, but I showed up, right? That is a very notable time that I remember where I did not feel like being here, like putting in the effort to drop a video and being here. But to be honest, it pays off. There many times I see comments and they're like, "Whoa, matters consistency," or whatever it is, but just constantly being referred back to, constantly having people come to your channel and seeing new stuff is very important. And I think how seriously you take your channel shows and just gives people the want and the will to know what next you're up to. Posting consistently, it keeps your audience engaged, and it also shows the YouTube algorithm that your channel is active. So a realistic schedule that you can maintain in the long term works perfectly. For me, I know that, okay, I can stick with a video every week. That I know that, okay, I can do. Even if I'm really busy, I know that if I, put in a couple of minutes, a couple of hours through the week, I should be able to put something credible out by the weekend. And then if I have more time on my hands, I can record something else or two other things to fill in other days in the week, right? So just finding what works for you. If it's one video per month and it's like, oh, that video, people that come to your channel know that every last Saturday of the month, they're coming and they're expecting something great. And they're like, oh yeah, see you next month, that's your thing, then cool, stick with that. The next thing I'll say that worked for me is noting what works, know what works. Things that I know have worked that are regularly commented on, that are sort of the things that I have that are sort of like, oh, Martha Ehinome's channel, like that's her thing, are the way I film, angles, the shots, the storytelling, and also my intros sometimes when I want to be extra dramatic, my intros. There was a while where I sort of, dropped the whole intro thing. I think after my first Living Alone Diaries vlog, where I showed moving from my previous place to this place that I am now, and basically talking about adulthood and growing up and stuff. I believe that the video did well. Part of why it did well is because of the storytelling that was there in the first minutes and some seconds of the video, right? And I don't know, I think I made another video that had an intro like that. But after a few months of not doing it, I was like, wait, let me go back and like check. And I'm like, why didn't I continue? Why don't I find a way to infuse this intros and storytelling things into my vlogs, even if it's not all the time, but many times, more often than I have been doing. And it has helped. And the more I'm doing it, the more I'm enjoying it. People are responding positively to it. So it's helping my channel, right? So just note what works. If it's your personality, there's this Kelly Stamps. She really blew up like a few years ago on YouTube. I follow her YouTube channel, and the thing that works for her, or that really worked for her, was her humor and her personality, basically. So her personality was pretty much the maybe number one thing on her YouTube channel. She just like says the most unhinged things sometimes, and you're like, girl. It could be your filming style, it could be your personality, it could be the things you talk about, it could be a combination of all of those things, right? And it doesn't mean that because you're noting something works, then you drop your authenticity or your originality. No. Yeah, I'll take shots and I'll do my intros and stuff, but it doesn't change the fact that I'll be a goofball, or I'll be silly, or I'll say the most silly things. I'm putting all of those things to sort of aid what exactly what exactly this channel is about, which is a lifestyle channel, right? So noting what works is just infusing those elements into your content, because last is content, and you're supposed to sort of entertain people, not entertain people, but there's just an element to it, right? So it's like people eventually know your channel for certain things. They expect to get those things, and when they do come to your channel, that's what they get, that's what they have. So noting what works is very important. So the next thing would be putting out quality content. I film with my phone. I say this often. I film with my phone. It's a 14 Pro, iPhone 14 Pro that is. Some people have cameras. Whatever device you have, I know that for iPhones, right, and many times for expensive gadgets, like the those things don't come cheap. But to be honest, while waiting for the better camera, whatever it is, using what you have and knowing how to use it is very important. Clean your lens. Some people use like my exact kind of device or even iPhone 15s and stuff, and they say, "Oh, my content is not as clean as yours." Cleaning your lens, filming not against the light, but like with the light facing you, using good enough, not good enough, but like knowing your way around editing and enhancing your videos, things like that. Good sound, having a microphone, not filming in a noisy area, using good music, things like that just aids your video quality. So it's not just what we're saying, it's what we're hearing also, because you can't have visuals that are shaky and then the sound is even worse or something. So there's that. Quality content is also the crux of what you filmed. So is it a vlog? Like, what is in the vlog? If someone else was showing you this thing and it wasn't yourself, would you find it entertaining? Will you come back to YouTube to watch that video? Will you take out 15, 20, 30 minutes of your time to watch that person's content, comment on it, like on it, and tell someone that, oh, you're having fun on this person's channel? Would you? Is the information you're giving out, is it good enough, or are you just copy and pasting from somewhere else and you're not even doing a good enough job copying and pasting? What are you churning out? Is it good enough? Visuals, sound wise, content wise. Are you putting your best foot forward, basically? Those things are very important because I believe that people will go where they feel like they're having the most fun or getting the most value. And value is not only, oh, am I learning how to trade or am I learning how to get a new stream of income? Value could also be, am I having fun here? Right? So look into that, and if that's tick, then kudos to you. Something else that I feel has really worked is replying comments, building community, responding to the people that are responding to you, that are giving reactions to the things that you're churning out, right? I make an effort to respond to every comment on my channel, even the trolls. I think it's sort of a privilege to say, oh, I have gotten a few troll comments, because you kind of have to have reached a number of people to reach the trolls of the world to go and be telling you. Because someone has literally told me, why you wearing big shirts? That my no like no fall video. So I was like, why you always wearing big shirts? Don't you like your body? Show your body if you're confident and whatnot. I'm like, what the heck is going on in this place, right? That's just it, by the way. I digress. So responding to comments, I really, really, really love responding to comments. I can't even lie, on all my platforms. I think except TikTok. I think TikTok is just a very wild place. And yeah, and many times I just drop content there and I disappear. But on Instagram, on YouTube here, I really like responding to comments, especially the ones on YouTube. They're always so wholesome. I think because the content here is longer, so people have more of a feel of who you are and everything. It helps because, okay, you're guaranteed that Martha is going to reply your comments. I mean, sometimes I don't reply immediately, but I will get to it and I will reply your comment, or, whatever it is. You feel like you're not just talking into a vacuum, like saying, oh, your dress is so beautiful, and no one replies you. But when it feels like there's an actual human, that is there that you're watching, that is also engaging with you, it's nicer. You feel part of something. And in my anniversary video, that's my YouTube anniversary, I feel like I have to explain it so that someone's not like, what the freak is it, anniversary? But in my anniversary video, I even got some comments where they're like, oh, congratulations to you and to us, because we feel like we're a part of this. So congratulations to us, and, to many more years, things like that. And I think that is what building a community looks like, feels like, right? It's people who feel like they're also part of this thing and this family. It's nice. So engaging with the people there, not just counting the likes and be like, oh, people they didn't like my videos today, only 5 comments. Reply to those 5 people that took out the time to reply, to say something about the content that you dropped. It's important. It helps. It helps you. It helps. The next thing I will talk about is being clear as to what your channel is about. I believe that the first content that you think of when you think of Oh Matters vlogs are my living alone diaries, because I've gone to places many times and you're like, oh, I really like your vlogs, right? I mean, I drop videos like this, from time to time, but it's like maybe once in 2 months. I'll try to do it more often, but as of now, that's what it is, like, oh, once in maybe a month or two. It's not like that is the main focus of this channel, but my vlogs, those are the main focus of this channel, right? So what are you about? Are you are you a hair girly? Are you doing different hairstyles? Are you showing us how to perm our hair? Showing us how to do something like a DIY thing at home? What is your thing? Not that you have to have only one thing, but there has to be like the major thing, the thing that you do sometimes, and then just like something one-off, spontaneous thing that you just do to like, ooh, element of surprise. Oh, that's fun. I haven't seen this side of you before. Oh, thank you for sharing this info and whatnot. But we know that the next time I come to your channel, you're going to go back to the hair thing you've been talking about before, right? So what are you about? Instead of just going up and down and saying, oh, this person's video has 500k views. They talked about Nigeria and the economy. Let me talk about it too and see if it works. Oh, it didn't work. I only had 200 views. This person is talking about something else. And then you're like, oh, let me do that. And then it doesn't work. And it just going up and down, up and down. And it's like, okay, what is this person about? I don't get what this channel is about. Moving on. So you have to actually choose your struggle, pick your poison, stick to it, perfect it, and grow from there. Of course, you can change along the line and transition, but let there be a clear path as to what you're doing, and carrying your audience along is also very helpful, will also be very helpful. Something else that has helped me is checking for other channels like yours. It may seem like it's contradicting what I just said, like, oh, about not looking at what other people are doing and letting that influence you greatly. But hear me out, okay? Checking for other channels like yours, especially when I was about to start living by myself and I knew I wanted to start my living alone diaries. And I saw that actually I think is even from seeing, I was like, oh, so there's something like a living alone diaries, and I saw people in Korea, people in America, a few people here in Nigeria that also have the living alone vlogs that they do, right? And just seeing the types of content that they do is like, oh, a day in my life, a productive day in my life, waking up at 6 a.m. What else? What I eat in a day, what I eat in a week, being inspired. I'm like, oh, okay, this is nice content. I should try this sometime. Noting them down. I mentioned the last time I talked about the gadgets that I use, that I do this, and I have a Google Sheet where I have, ideas that I would like to explore soon or sometime in the future, right? So noting them, being inspired also by my life, right? Like the no light, no fuel vlog was just a very random vlog because I was actually really frustrated. And I'm like, you know what? Let me make content out of this. And it did so well, right? So also feeling inspired by your life and what other people have churned out will help, so you don't run out of ideas. There are always things that you can fall back on if you feel like you're hitting like a creator's block, sort of, right? Right. So open yourself up for inspiration externally and internally. So other things that I would like to mention are leveraging SEO, that is search engine optimization. ChatGPT. I'll make a video actually on ChatGPT and how I use it, because I use it for my channel quite a bit. And sometimes I'm like, oh, title suggestions that people search for. If I have an idea, for instance, for this video, because this video actually, I already know the title that it's going to have. I basically put what I think would be a good YouTube title, and I put it in and ask, oh, is this a good searchable one? And what are options as to titles that will have really good searchability? It mentioned YouTube growth, it mentioned growing your channel, things like that are things people search for on YouTube. It's like, oh, how do I grow my channel? Your video will very likely come up, especially if it did well. It will very likely come up and the person will see your video and click on it. Many times I've searched for living alone diaries, right? Living alone diaries, I see some channels, I see mine too. Yay. So things like that. How you title your video is very important. If you did a video where you showed your skincare routine, for instance, don't just say, "Oh, the products I use for my face," or something like that. Show my morning skincare routine, or show skincare routine for tackling and hyperpigmentation, or something like things that people are likely to search for, and titles that if someone sees, they're like, okay, I think that this is what I need, something I need to watch, even if it's not what you're searching for. There are many times they're just on YouTube and you just see a video and it's like, interesting. I think I could use some information from this video, and you click. Moving on from that, also thumbnails. I'm still learning in that one and battling with laziness sometimes, because it's like, oh, let me just put something simple and move on with my life, right? But thumbnails are very important. If you see two videos sometimes, even if the content is not as great, but the thumbnail is very clear. It's very clear as to what the video is about. The picture is high quality. Thumbnails are so important. It helps. So it's not just about, oh, your content, the content you're filming or you're putting out. Is the content, is how you title it, is the thumbnail, it's everything. It's sort of encompassing, right? Okay. So moving on from that, I would say promoting outside of YouTube. I'm not doing so well in that, to be honest. The one that I know I'm consistent with doing is posting the highlights. That's the highlights slash intros, like the first minute or so of my video. I put that on my Insta story very often, but I still struggle with promoting the video on my Instagram feed, or on TikTok, or even on YouTube Shorts, right? But when you have a video, right, you put it out on your YouTube channel, posting it there so that your friends, the people who follow you, who may be interested or not, or just curious as to what you put out, so that they can click on it and go there. Because to be honest, everybody has their problems. And not everybody's notification is turned on sometimes. So if they don't come to YouTube, they might not see your YouTube content, or if they don't remember that, oh, it's the weekend, or it's a Tuesday, or this person has posted, they don't come there and they don't see it. But when they see a reminder, or they see, oh, okay, this video is out there, let me go and watch, they would come there. It just helps to transfer people from the other sides of your life, your other social media platforms, to your YouTube video. Right, right. Okay, I think I've pretty much hit on everything. And I would say that the last thing would be to be patient and not to compare yourself. Because to be honest, that kind of started being something that I began to do. I had to work and make sure that, I stopped doing it. So, okay, let me paint what happened for you. I started following a few YouTube channels that also made living alone diaries videos, like myself. Because I'm like, oh, okay, let's me be inspired by what they put out and whatnot. And then they'll put out content, and I'll see that in an hour they have this number of views. And maybe they're just slightly, their number of subscribers is just slightly above mine, or is even below mine. And I'm like, what is wrong with my content? I know that my content is really good, right? I put my back into what I'm putting out. So why am I not getting these number of views? And I used to be sad. Like, I'll be seeing there's a section of YouTube. Let me check for it so that I say the actual thing. YouTube. Bear with me. Yeah. So the subscription side of things, right? Where you see the people, it's sort of like your feed for like the people you're subscribed to. You see the new videos that they put out and their community posts and things like that. So I would see that they just posted their video 30 minutes ago. It already has like maybe almost 1K or over 500 views. And I put out my own content in 2 hours. I'm still struggling to have 120 views or something. And I'm like, what is wrong? And I'll start overthinking and feeling bad. And I'm like, what are you doing, girl? These people, first of all, were putting out Living Alone Diaries videos before you started your Living Alone Diaries videos. And even if they started 2 weeks ago, what difference does it make? Like, I'm like, okay, it's not bad belly, but for my own mental health and for my own sanity, I just unsubscribed. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be seeing this. And, I just want to focus on my own content. And if I want something, I can search for you again and check your channel and just, watch and feel inspired, towards what I am churning out. But I'm not going to put this pressure on myself. It's not healthy, it's not helping. What is the point, right? So do not compare. Focus on your own thing. I mean, this translates like different areas of our lives, but for you to don't even do it. Like be inspired, but do not let other people's channels put pressure on you that is not helping you positively, right? Right. So I think that's about it. I think we have come to the end of this video. I really hope that I'm not missing anything out. Probably not. Probably not. And if I am, I guess, I mean, we're still here. We can always make an updated video. And I really hope that this video helps in some way, right? Because aside having the gadgets and everything, you also sort of have to know the things that work and just, be calm, right? Okay, yes, something that I did miss is also trying to check your metrics. You should have YouTube Studio if you're a YouTuber and you're taking it seriously. It's an app or is by itself, but it's pretty much has more technicalities to it as to your YouTube channel and your numbers and your earnings if you are monetized and everything. You should check like, okay, how the videos are doing, okay, the retention points of videos, like when people are dropping off in a video, and other mathematics related information. I'm not the best at those, but I'm trying to still compare. I'm like, oh, okay, this video did well, this video did not. Maybe you start to see a particular pattern as to things that you should take or the directions you should take in making your videos and putting out your content, things like that. Just looking through everything, but also not putting pressure on yourself, knowing that, okay, this is a journey, right? I've had this channel for over 3 years now, but I feel like the most growth has happened in the past, I would say in the past year, but more of in the past like 7 to 8 months, right? So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just allow yourself grow in this and, don't think that there's like a cap. Like if if you don't reach this particular point in 1 year, then you're a failure. Like, no, you're evolving. So just let your content and your audience and everything evolve with you. Right. So thank you guys for being here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Like I've said, I drop content every Saturday, my vlog, my living alone diaries videos. You should binge watch them if you haven't been introduced to them at all. I think they're fun. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.